has a responsibility to ensure that it accommodates its workers, because police will never be able to be in Majaganeng, to be in Marikana and everywhere else at the same time. So therefore, to help the police to do their work, the company must take responsibility of accommodating its workers so that we'll be able, it happens with other mining houses, it can happen here as well, so that we'll be able to secure and protect people. Because practically what is happening, even today as we executed the plan to protect workers who want to go back to work, police escort their transport to and from work. But there is time after work. And when they come to their area, they are, delivered in one spot. From there, they go to their different houses and homes. Now, it would be practically and humanly impossible for the police to have in each and every house of worker a police there deployed. So, as I said, everybody has a role to play here. Government has put up a process which, as you know, as the National Commissioner has said, the Mine Crime Combating Forum, that process, which has been duplicated in the chapter, the provincial chapters, is crucial under the leadership of Deputy President Motlanthe. Is crucial because what it says is that each and every player here has a role to play. So therefore, let's do what we can do. We have, on our part, interacted with the mining houses and raised the very things we are raising here today, that we need to be assisted so that we're able to effectively do what we're supposed to do. But those people who would be in the area here and think that they would do as they wish, they know themselves that that's not possible. Because we've been consistent in this area, we've had a lot of operations in this area to ensure that there's safety here. There are no dangerous weapons, there are no illegal weapons. We'll continue to do those things, but that would be the contribution of SAPS, because SAPS, is not a big magic ball which will cover each and every square meter of our country. Everybody must do their job. And part of what we would engage ourselves and some of our colleagues in is the welfare of people in these very areas. If you go to some of the areas around here, quite clearly, there are things which need to be done so that the lives of people are better in those areas. So it's somebody else's responsibility, but it's our responsibility as well, because we know that for crime to thrive, there should be conditions for such. If you do away with conditions which make crime to thrive, you have won half of the battle of ensuring that our communities are safe.
The other question that was asked was about the numbers we've deployed. We are not at liberty to share the numbers, but what I can tell you is that we have diverse our special units here, our normal policing people. So we're using, the various expertise in the police environment to deal with the issue here. So the numbers, as far as we're concerned, at this point in time, we've assessed the situation, we've assessed the threats, and we've deployed adequately to ensure that we deal with the situation. You asked about NUM and the cases they reported and the fact that there were 4 people killed. I just want to say there are a lot of arrests that have been made over the past 20 months, close to 5,000 in diverse areas. So the 4 is just part of those. And indeed, we appreciate how NUM reached out. I've had a long meeting with them just last week, because the information that they give and the information that we get from the community helps us to strengthen our cases. So at all times, if you have the information, you catch pictures, bring it to us, because our job is to to investigate criminality and arrest people. So we continue to use that information.
Okay. I've noted you and then Josie, and I need to take one that's just behind Sifu. Let me take another. Okay.
Okay, Minister, my name is Everson Luhanga from the Sun newspaper.
Everson who?
Luhanga from the Sun.
Okay.
Minister, you have spoken of engaging with the community members on how to combat the crime, especially in the troubled Marikana area. Is there any practical strategy that you have put in place so that this program is a success? Thank you.
Jody Jacobs from TVC News. I just want to find out, have you been able to establish whether the violence have been committed by AMCU members? And if so, can you keep the union responsible for what had taken place, say, over the last couple of days?
We've seen today people carrying of earrings in Estate Park. Was there any attempt to disarm or enforce arrest?
Okay, you wanted to ask.
Yeah. This is for Police Commissioner Riah Phiyega. I'm Athandiwe from City Press. What I want to ask is it true that your police officers are afraid to act based on the conditions of what happened in 2012 and with the current commission still going on? And based on the fact that with high police visibility, we've had these couple of incidences that have transpired in the past couple of days. Are the police officers afraid to act because they're in the spotlight right now?
But who said police are afraid to act? Let's start there.
Is the allegation true?
Allegation coming from where? I mean, we can't come here and talk stories. Police have been acting here, and we have explained these people who have been attacked, and we explained that they are not coming from here. They are coming elsewhere. They were attacked elsewhere. And we have said what needs to be done. We have placed the company on the spotlight to act and do what they're supposed to do. So police have acted here. We have been here for the past 2 weeks, and the police continue to act, and they will continue even tomorrow, where there's supposed to be action taken. They will continue to do that. So these hearsay allegations should not be really entertained. The community is part of the structures, Luhanga. Yes, they are part of the structures we've been talking about. The MCCF, and we'll continue with that. You would recall that we signed a framework agreement with a number of stakeholders, with the exception of AMCU, but I must hasten to say that AMCU in Free State did sign. The Free State chapter, as I said, we went to provinces to launch, did sign, and we hope that everybody else, including national, they would also be able to sign. Traditional leaders, the National Commissioner was referring to, are traditional leaders from this place, primarily. Religious leaders are from, including those who don't stay here, but who have a lot to say about this place, including them. We'll engage them and would want them to come up with their ideas. You see, it doesn't help to go with ideas out there in the field. You must come and engage with necessary structures, and that's what